Hi everybody! Momo is now 3 months old and he's officially a smart cookie. Right, buddy? Watch. Momo, sit. Good boy. So I have to put water in Momo's kibble because that's the only reason he'll eat it. Okay, good. Sit. Stay. 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 Go for it. What a good boy. Momo, high five. Good boy, Momo. Momo, paw. Good boy. High five. Momo, high five. Yay, baby, yay. Momo, paw. Good. High five. Yay! A lot of people have been asking how I've been training him, and it's actually really quite simple if you use applied behavioral analysis, or just, that's what regular dog training is. ABA is essentially the change of behavior, the science of behavior, which can be used towards animals, humans, anyone, essentially. And what it uses is positive reinforcement, so you praise and you reward any good behavior that you want to see, and you use not negative, but like you kind of ignore bad behaviors that you don't want to see, or you redirect them to a more appropriate behavior that you want them to do. So for Momo, when I'm teaching him sit, I use water because that's really reinforcing to him, and he follows the water and sits down. For paw, he didn't get it at first because a lot of people will tell you to wait for them to naturally paw at you. So what I did was I had to mand, which is essentially prompt him to do it. I had to raise his paw up, put it in my hand, and be like, paw. And eventually he got the idea. When he learned paw, the next day I taught him until he really mastered it. And I waited for him to paw for me, and then I switched my hand up like this, and I said high five. And I raised my paw up really high, so he had to lift his arm up, and then when I did like this, that's when he hit it straight on. Now we're learning how to do lay down, which is a bit harder because he doesn't have his sit perfectly mastered yet. But I'm going to have him sit, I'm going to use a treat, and I'm going to lure him to lay down. So just lure his nose so he just follows it, so you kind of just, his body just arcs downward. And it's really, hard sometimes because sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes you can prompt them, just like, slightly pushing down a little bit just so he understands what you're expecting. And using the same tone of voice is really important, as well as using hand signals. So I have this for sit, this for paw, this for high five, this for stay, and I have this for lie down. So if he doesn't hear my voice, then he can always look at my signs and see how that is. Right, Momo? So to make him sit, I will put the treat near his nose and a little bit over his head so he naturally just sits down. And now we're going to teach him lie down. Momo, lie down. So what you do is you have to lure it. So you put it near his nose and you kind of make him follow it. Lie down. Lie down. Good boy, that's lie down. And I use a hand motion as well. So obviously I didn't do that because I'm holding the camera, but that's how you would teach him lie down. He's getting his monkey face. And you have to also remember that sometimes your dog's motivational operations, so things like tiredness might not make him want to listen to your directions. If he's interested in something else, or something else is more distracting, he might not listen. So all different things you need to consider. So don't consider everything to be like a training fail. Paw. Like right now I'm not going to get upset or discouraged because he's obviously very tired and thirsty. So each day's a learning experience.